Peace fam, Q here. All right, back-to-back videos. All right, so a couple of you have requested that I do the 70 days to house money strategy starting at the 3,000, right? Because we know at the 3,000 plan with Invesable AI will pay you 2% per day for the 25 business days, 35 calendar days. All right, so I'm gonna do this video real quick. It's just like the other one, right? Each cycle is 35 days, right? So what we're risking here is we are really risking 70 days of our capital. So we're loaning out $3,000 in this particular example for 70 days. All right, again, like I said in the other video, I've done all of my due diligence on this platform, and I feel comfortable enough to part with my capital and make a deposit into this platform, and trusting that within 70 days of 2 cycles, I'll have my capital back and I'll have profit and I'll be on house money. Okay, now you may have to take the time to do the due diligence so that you can get to a point where you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, then don't deposit. Okay, it's simple. If you're not ever comfortable with something, you don't part with your money. All right, so make sure that you do your due diligence, because at the end of the day, if it all works out, it's your responsibility. If it all doesn't work out, it's still your responsibility, right? Not mine. I'm simply sharing information. Okay, you decide to do what you want to do. So here is the strategy if you want to use this strategy and just start at the 3,000, right? The other video that I shared with you was where me personally, I'm starting with 4,000, right? But this is the bare bones minimum to get the 2% a day is 3,000. Now, what I encourage you to do is, if you do decide to do this strategy, send a little bit over 3,000 so that you make sure that you're getting the 2%, right? So if you're going to do this, you know, maybe you'll send 3,100. Maybe you'll send 3,050, 3,020. Just make sure. Don't do just 3,000. And then because of the transaction fees or whatever, you fall short of 3,000 and then you're not getting the 2%. Okay, that doesn't make sense, right? So just, you know, $20, $30, $50, $100 over, whatever it may be, right? Be smart. All right, so now in this strategy, in this example, we're saying this individual is starting at 3,000. Okay, now we know that you're going to send a little bit over just to make sure, but I'm just going to use the 3,000 numbers for the strategy. So if we look up here, cycle 1, you'll deposit 3,000. That's going to give you a 50% reward in this cycle of the 3,000. Okay, so at the end of the first cycle, which is 35 days, you'll have $4,500. Okay, you can withdraw this money into your wallet. You can leave it into the platform to roll again. It's totally up to you. Okay, so now you say, okay, that's great, got my capital back, got my 50%, 4,500. I'm going to roll it again. So the second cycle, you deposit the entire 4,500. You'll get a 50% reward on that 4,500, which is 2,250. So now your total at the end of cycle 2 is $6,750. Okay, at the end of cycle 2, that's the 70 days, right? So now at the end of cycle 2, you can take back your original capital of $3,000. You can put it back into your wallet. You can put it back into your bank account if you want to go that far. You roll the rest of that until you get to your desired monthly income. And I'm saying monthly, but we know it's 35 calendar days. Okay, so now for me, again, my strategy is to use this to extract 5 figures every 35 days. So I did this example until it gets to 5 figures every 35 days. All right, so beginning of cycle 3, you're on house money, right? So you had 6,750. You took the $3,000 back, put it back into your wallet, back into your bank account. You're left with $3,750 of profits of house money. So now you deposit that. This cycle, 50% reward of that is $18.75. So you're at $5,625 at the end of cycle 3. Cycle 4, you put in $56.25. I'm going to run through these numbers now. You get the idea. You know the 50%. Okay, so these are the calculations. The end of cycle 4, you're at $8,437. You deposit that back in cycle 5. End of cycle 5, you're at $12,655. Now, before I get all the way to the end, some of you may say, well, you know, I'm good with, you know, the $4,000 a month or the whatever. I don't need to get to 5 figures. And it's totally up to you. Totally up to you what you do. I'm sharing this example based upon myself and what I wanted to accomplish, which was 5 figures every 35 days. If that aligns with you and that's what you want to accomplish too, then these are the numbers. Okay, just want to make that point clear, that at the end of the day, it's up to you. You don't have to do what Q does. You do what you need to do and whatever strategy works best for you. Okay, all right, so let's just say, you know, this strategy is the one that you want to do, so you'll continue. So cycle 6, your deposit is $12,655. Remember, you're on house money at this point. You're on house money. You got your $3,000 back. It's back in your wallet, back in your bank account, whatever. You may have already spent that $3,000. Okay, so this $12,655 is house money. At the end of this cycle 6, you're at $18,982. All right, so you take that into cycle 7. $18,982. At the end of cycle 7, this is where the magic happens, okay? So at the end of cycle 7, you're at $28,473. So now you have enough to be able to extract out every single 35 days. This base capital that you have of $28,000 is going to produce $14,236 for you in crypto every 35 days, okay? Every 35 days. So cycle number 3 is where you get on house money. And again, this is starting at 3,000 in this particular strategy. And you want to make sure that you sent a little bit over 3,000 just to make sure you're at the 3,000 threshold. Because if you fall below that, I don't want to hear anybody's complaints that says, well, I sent 3,000, but my account only registered 2,999. So I'm not getting the 2% per day. That's your own fault. That's your own fault, because I'm telling you straight up, send a little bit over, 20 bucks over, 50 bucks over, whatever the number may be. Send over the 3,000 amount. Okay, don't make your minimums your maximums. So that's it. I think it's a cool strategy. For me, it works for me. I can risk capital for 70 days to see if this will work. I've done my own due diligence and everything that I needed to feel comfortable in this. If you need to take it a step further, look in the description of the video, go to the link here so that you can opt in and get all of the information, and make sure that you're comfortable before you deposit any money into any platform. If this thing works out the way that it does, the way that we have it written here, this is going to be a very, very viral platform. I mean, people are going to be contacting you, asking you, hey, are you in Invesable AI? You know, so, you know, everything looks great to me. You know, I've been on webinars with the CEO, been in the Telegram with him and the support team. Everything looks good. It looks good, and I'm taking a calculated risk. Okay, so that is the 70-day strategy, starting at $3,000. Again, if you're going to use this strategy, make sure that you send over 3,000, even if it's 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, 50, whatever it is, send over the amount so that when it lands inside of your account with Invesable, that it's more than 3,000, okay? Because that is where the 2% kicks in at 3,000 and above. All right, I'll see you all on the next video. You know, once you get joined up, definitely you'll be on my email list when you go to the website here. Go to the website link, opt in for all the information. You'll be on my email list. If you do join, in my email, you will see how to get in touch with me on Telegram. So if you have questions, things of that nature, I have my own private Telegram group for all of my different platforms. I'll send you an invitation into there so that you can get questions answered and get support. All right, see you in the next videos.